This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 2949, Halloween Hope, Trading in the Perfect Mask for Something Even Better, by Dr. Kelly Flanagan of drkellyflanagan.com. And I'm Justin Malik, reading articles to you every day to help you live a life that's a bit more meaningful and positive. And we're going to get right to it as we optimize your life. Halloween Hope, Trading in the Perfect Mask for Something Even Better, by Dr. Kelly Flanagan of drkellyflanagan.com. Bad news first. It's school picture day and you forgot to get haircuts for the kids, and their only collared shirt is sitting in a smelly heap on the laundry room floor, and yesterday they were running and they sprawled headfirst on the driveway, and now it looks like somebody ran over their face with a cheese grater. Of course they did. They always get wounded above the neck the week before picture day. But now the good news. You're looking at the school picture order form and you discover you can erase almost all evidence of childhood by paying $12 for the premium retouching package. It whitens teeth, evens skin tone, and removes blemishes and scars. In my kids' school, for a few bucks, you can remove almost all signs of life. For a few bucks, you can put an electronic mask on the broken and wounded and complicated and messy and tender and vulnerable and lovely humanity of a child. The masks we wear. But what will happen when the picture comes home and the kid sees his or her pristine face and wonders where his road rash went, or why she can't see in the picture the scar she sees in the mirror every day? Deep down, he or she is going to know what happened. They're going to hear the silent message loud and clear. You're not good enough the way you are. Hide your nicks and scratches. Hide your signs of life. Pretty yourself up. Only perfection is acceptable. Go ahead, wear your Halloween mask this week, but when you take it off, put on a mask of an entirely different kind. Put on the mask of perfection. Put on the mask of safety and hide your original, beautiful, wounded face away beneath layers of protection and pretending. Every year when the order form arrives, I get angry at the institutionalized shame. Every year I get on my high horse. But this year, several nights after picture day, I got knocked off of my high horse by the whispered goodnight conversation of a 10-year-old boy. When we take them off. I arrive home late on the evening of my son's first group guitar lesson. The house is dark and quiet, but he's awake in bed as I tiptoe into his room. I'm worried because he's the youngest, least experienced guitarist in his class. I'm worried he'll act immaturely and be rejected. I'm worried he won't be able to keep up with the more skilled players. Suddenly, I'm the one who wants to purchase a retouching package. I'm the one who wants to make my son pristine. I'm the one who wants to erase all evidence of imperfection from his life. It's the way I feel when my daughter dresses herself in striped pink leggings, a multicolored checkered shirt, old sandals over woolly socks, and a big brown headband, and I worry about kids judging her and parents judging me. It's the way I feel when one of my children melts down in the supermarket and our real face is revealed to everyone around us. It's the way I feel when my kids fight in a restaurant and my family's real face is revealed in flying bits of pancake. At messy times like that, I'm the one who wants a mask to hide our imperfections. So I walk into his bedroom and he rolls over to look at me, and I can see his white-toothed smile beaming in the shadows, and he gushes. The other kids are way better than me, so I made a ton of mistakes. It's going to be a huge challenge, but I'm going to learn so much. My son tells me he picked up some road rash and no retouching is required. I reflect to him, sounds like you're okay with making mistakes in the group lesson? He looks at me like I'm crazy and he says, of course I am. Last year, Mrs. Stevenson taught us that mistakes are a part of us and that's totally okay because we'll get better at them. Our mistakes are a part of us and that's okay. We'll get better at them. Daddy, I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes and the world is going to see my nicks and my scratches, but no worries. My face is good enough. No masks necessary, Daddy. Born again without a mask. Mumford & Sons sing, quote, I know my weakness, my voice, and I believe in grace and choice. And I know perhaps my heart is fast, but I'll be born without a mask, end quote. I wonder what would happen if a generation of parents said, this is enough because my child is good enough just the way they are. They were born without a mask and they will live without a mask. The Halloween of our shame is over. Well, scratch that, because we can't do that for our children until we can do it for ourselves. I wonder what would happen if we all said, enough because I am good enough. Today, for a moment or two, I'm going to take off my mask, and I'm going to look in the mirror, and I'm going to behold my original, messy, lovely face staring back at me. I think it'd be a moment of honesty and weakness, a moment of freedom, a moment in which we find our true voice, a moment in which we fall into the arms of grace and know we're okay just the way we are. I think it'd feel like meeting an old friend long forgotten beneath the layers of time and hiding. I think it'd be like coming home to a place where the light is always on. And I think our days might begin to feel a lot less like Halloween and a lot more like Christmas morning as we discover the gifts we are beneath the masks we wear. You just listened to the post titled Halloween Hope, Trading in the Perfect Mask for Something Even Better by Dr. Kelly Flanagan of drkellyflanagan.com. Thank you to Dr. Flanagan. It's all about embracing imperfection. This is especially true now when social media takes up a huge part of our lives, usually, and we're always seeing the perfectly curated versions of other people's lives, often our closest friends and family. It's so easy these days to mask our flaws and insecurities. But I think one thing that often brings us together is that exact thing, seeing someone else feel what we're feeling or having flaws like us. It's kind of ironic that we go to social media for connection, supposedly, only to paint this perfect picture of ourselves which does the exact opposite, making us less relatable or endearing and less vulnerable, when vulnerability is one of the biggest things people need to feel connected to someone else. I'm far from perfect myself. I try to keep that in mind with this podcast so that I don't paint myself as some sort of wise guru that has all of this figured out. I hope I don't give that impression. But in any case, hopefully we can all go against the stream and try to share more of our true selves and show authenticity rather than perfection. Thanks to Dr. Kelly Flanagan for the reminder. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.